Buen dia, buenos dias, good day. Welcome to BrewBreak. This is Raquel, and here is where I give you bite-sized lessons for smarter travel and adventure. Today, I'm going to give you some tips to plan a trip to Yosemite or national parks. Before every trip, I start here with books and notebooks and also paper maps. I also use Google and I search any location I'm going to be traveling, or in this case, adventuring, such as Yosemite National Park. Yosemite during waterfall season in summer is packed. So lesson number one, or tip number one, is start your planning early. And that means 6 months in advance. You need to reserve your location, either if you go camping, Curry Village in Yosemite Village, you have to do that booking 6 months in advance. If you do it like, say, 2 months before you plan on going, everything will be sold out. So yeah, tip number one, book ahead of time. And is when I start searching what's the best to see or do during that time of the year. In this case, is waterfall season. And my goal is to go and explore and hike the most known hikes that have all the amazing waterfalls after the rain season. And that will be Upper Fall or Mist Trail up to Nevada Fall, or really any other hike that I can visually see the waterfalls. For me, it's important as a photographer to slow down and capture those places during this season while I'm moving and I'm hiking. So yeah, the planning then starts right here. And my tip number two is start early. I'm talking as early as 7 in the morning. If you can start at 6 a.m., that's even better. Last weekend we went and I thought, well, we could just start at 8 in the morning, thinking that was pretty good timing, and that was already late. The trail at Mist Trail was packed. So tip number two, start as early as possible. That will give you the true experience of Yosemite and the park. If you go later, there's crowds everywhere, especially in places like the Mist Trail. There will be lines going up and down, and you don't get the full experience. It is still awesome, it's amazing, and you will love it, but I say try to go as early as possible. In my last trip will be after you do all your research and you plan using books or Googling online. In my case, I really have to have the maps. I just go and open the map, and then I marked every location I'm going to be visiting. That's helpful. In Yosemite, not everywhere you go you have Wi-Fi, especially when you're hiking. So it's a great idea to have a map. And it's just nice to have it, to look at it, and follow it. Wi-Fi is very sketchy, so yeah, don't rely on that. Use maps. So that's all I have to tell you today. It's all about planning. Plan ahead, book ahead of time, start early, and pick just the best to see during the time of the year you're visiting. If you're interested to see more, I'm going to have a video of the experience later, and I'm also going to be sharing some other videos about how I pack and prepare for this trip and some others. For me, planning is also about photography. So, I'm always thinking light and movement I'm going to be giving you some behind the scenes at some point when I have a chance to do a video. But I'm not a technical person. I come from a design background, so I like to see the scenery or the landscapes through my design eye. And I observe nature, like open it, how the texture feels, how the light is hitting the spot. So yeah, that's also part of my plan. If you're interested to see some of that work, I'll be coming into my YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, and if you have other tips to share, feel free to share them. On the next video, I'll show you how I pack my cameras for Yosemite outdoor adventure, and also how I pack for Barcelona trip. That's coming in a couple of weekends. All right, I'll see you in the next one.